Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Just want to give, as usual, just a really big thank you to everyone who has watched my previous videos and liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted to whatever I'm downloading in the future. Just want to say thank you so much for that. If at any point in this video you haven't done that and you feel like you want to do that, then please do. It'll be much appreciated. Really appreciate that. So in today's video, today's topic is does your person do they want to reconcile? Do they want to get back with you? And we're going to be looking a little bit at how they're feeling, thinking at the moment, about being apart from you, being separate from you, not being in the relationship. And then we're going to be looking at what whether they want to reconcile, and what their thoughts and feelings and possibly their intentions around that. So we've got 3 piles for you to choose from today. We've got the first pile, which is the traditional Rider-Waite deck with the Carnelian stone. We've got the second pile, which is the Mermaid tarot deck with the Amethyst stone. And then we've got the Rose Quartz crystal with the Witch's Tarot. So just take a moment to choose, as usual, use your intuition and choose the deck for you. And what I would say is that this is my interpretation, this is my reading, this is my take on what is going on. Again, as usual, whatever you want to take from the reading, take. Whatever resonates, then take. Whatever doesn't, then you can just leave. You can just leave behind, really. So just do and take whatever you feel comfortable, whatever feels right for you. If a pile's not resonating, then maybe it's another pile that you are also drawn to. Maybe that one has messages for you. Okay, so let's get straight to our reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, like I said before, we're looking at does your person want to reconcile? Do they want to get back with you? And we're going to do the first bit's going to be around what they are, where they are currently, what they think about the breakup, how they're feeling, what's going on for them. And then the second bit's going to be about do they want to reconcile, what are their thoughts, feelings and intentions around that. But before we do any of that, before we pull the tarot cards, I've already pre-shuffled some oracle cards, and I just want to look at those first, really. So let's have a look and see what you've got for your oracle cards around reconciliation. So the first one we've got is pleasure. I don't know if you can see that. The first one we've got is pleasure, and it's a beautiful image actually it's like a gateway. So there's like a gateway here, isn't there? There's like a path leading into this gateway, and I have the feeling that if they went through this gateway, or if you both went through this gateway, it would give immense pleasure. But there's a little bit of a path that you have to travel before you can get there. Okay, well let's just put that down for the moment. Now I also took, obviously you chose the Carnelian stone. Okay, so I've just got something here that tells me a little bit about the Carnelian stone. And this Carnelian stone, we've got the star signs of Taurus, Cancer, Leo and Scorpio. I don't know if any of those star signs, some of those star signs might mean something to you in this connection. But the key words for the Carnelian are courage, motivation and endurance. And it's about seizing the day. It says life is meant to be lived with passion and desire, and Carnelian gives you the courage, so Carnelian gives you the courage to do so. It's a stone of living. It's meant to motivate you to take chances with the life that you have. Okay, so we have the Carnelian. Now I've also got some sort of love messages really that I've got from an oracle deck that I've just started to use, and I thought we'd have a look at them. Now we've got 4 here. We've got one that shows 2 people very much connected, and it says playfulness. So laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Okay. Then we have sexual union. Honour the place in one another where you are on one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Okay. Then we have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Okay. And the last one we've got is embrace. Through each other, you find missing pieces. So what I want to say just initially, just from these oracle cards, is that I do feel that in this connection there was and is still a lot of love. There is a lot of love, and also I kind of get the impression that in this connection it was very sensual, very physical, and that you gave each other a lot of, as the card says, a lot of pleasure, that you were really connected with each other in that way, and so there was a strong pull, a strong sort of physical, sexual pull towards each other. Maybe it was a relationship where there was a lot of passion. You do feel that, because all of the love oracle cards, apart from one, show 2 people very much connected together. So I do feel that there is still a strong sense of connection together. There is a strong feeling in both of you. There is a strong sense of love, a strong pull still in this connection somehow. That you are both still very much thinking about each other, certainly on a soul level, on a deep level, but also, missing each other's, the physicality of the relationship, that side of things. So I feel that the relationship connected very much on a physical level, but there was a deeper sense. There was a deeper sense to it, but it was maybe something that you got a lot of pleasure from. So maybe also, although I do think there is quite a strong soul connection, maybe in the relationship itself it was something that on the surface maybe didn't feel or look that serious, because we have this pleasure card here, but actually I think on a soul level there was quite a deep connection there. So okay, so let's put those to one side over there, and let's see, let's start off by pulling some cards and asking, where is your person at right now, now that you're in separation mode? What are they thinking? What are they feeling, and what are their intentions? My apologies if I cough a little bit during this video, but I have got a tiny little cough, so I apologise for that. And any other background noise that you might hear, my apologies in advance for that. Okay, so let's pull some cards to find out, where is your person at right now? What's going on for them? So Spirit, my guides and angels, can you please tell me, where is this person at right now? Where are they at right now? What's going on for them right now? Okay. How is pile number 1's person? What is their current situation? Do they have any regrets? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? What is going on for them right now? Right. Okay, so let's do those 4 and let's just see. So we've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Nine of Swords. And we've got the Moon. Okay, so what I would say at the moment is that your person is probably not in a great place right now. I feel that with the Nine of Swords, there is a lot of stress for them right now. And I think they probably do have quite a lot of regret around the situation, but there is also fear in them. They also feel very fearful. So maybe they had a lot of fears and anxieties. And maybe there was something, I'm getting a sense, maybe there was something about commitment. That maybe they felt they couldn't really commit, because you've also got this pleasure card, and it says to me, and I think that's what I was saying before, you know, if the relationship on the surface, maybe it seemed quite casual, I feel there was a deeper level to it, but maybe it was quite casual because they kept you at bay, because they had a lot of fears and anxieties and worries in the situation, and they couldn't quite commit. Also because you have the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight of Cups is someone who is, you know, they are romantic and they are loving and they are caring, but it's kind of reminds me of somebody who is maybe on the surface able to say and do all the right things, but you know, they may be lacking in substance sometimes in terms of commitment to the relationship. So I feel at the moment that they are, you know, they do have fears and anxieties. They are quite stuck in themselves. You know, I think they were quite stuck in the relationship and maybe weren't able to commit to it. But at the moment, they also have regret, I think, about not being in the situation. They are feeling and thinking, you know, this card does talk about walking away. So maybe they felt at the time when the situation ended that they were going to walk away, and it was going to be something better, a better situation that they were going to walk away in. Maybe they thought that they wanted their freedom and that they wanted to experiment and they wanted to go off and maybe be with other people, because we have this Moon card here. Now the Moon often talks about deception and not being clear and things not being said and you being kept in the dark about stuff. So maybe there was something about them or you, or them feeling that you weren't open and honest, or they weren't open and honest, but there was something about this connection for them that made them feel that it wasn't honest, or it wasn't open, or things weren't being revealed. And at the moment, if we're looking at their situation at the moment, so with the Nine of Swords and with the Moon card, it feels to me like there's a lot of, because the Moon can talk about confusion, it can talk about, you know, feeling quite low in spirit. So I'm actually getting the sense that your person is actually feeling at the moment quite low in spirits, and maybe actually quite stressed, very stressed. So maybe their health's not that great at the moment. Certainly their mental health might not be that great at the moment. They might be going through a really, really, really tough time. So we've got that going on for them. But I sense in some ways that a lot of that is about, because of their own sort of fears and anxieties and their own, you know, for some reason there are some blocks, I think, for them to go deeper into a situation. There are some blocks for them to be able to connect on a deeper level. and I think it's because of these anxieties and worries that they have within themselves that maybe stem from their past, stem from previous relationships, maybe when they were younger, that means that they have a trouble or difficulty with committing. So for them, you know, it's kind of like a surface level stuff. It's surface level stuff. So I think they know intuitively when there's a deeper connection, because I do see that here. But for them, it's you know, they're still in the space where a relationship is on a sort of you know, they can't go into a deeper space within a relationship. That's what the Knight of Cups is about. It's sort of all, it's kind of a lot of it is surface stuff. It's just a sort of surface connection, maybe a hookup, that kind of thing. And they may be in a bit of a recurring pattern where they go into sort of relationships that are not you know, that are not deep, because it's actually their own fears that stop them, even though they may want to, that can stop them from connecting. So I feel at the moment there's a lot of angst, a lot of worry with them, a lot of stress, but at the moment they are, you know, they are feeling that they maybe did the right thing to walk away, even though they're going through all this stress and heartache. And I think it is to do with the relationship, and it is to do with the connection with you, but they're not, I don't feel they have the self-awareness to be able to know that. I don't feel they have the depth in their in where they are in terms of their emotional intelligence to be able to make the link, to be able to connect it up, and recognise that some of this stress and angst and worry, yes, it has to do with their past baggage and their past relationships and their, you know, their own thoughts, but it's also, you know, it's to do with them not being able to connect at a deeper level, and that's really why they can't go into a deeper connection. And I think that's why they have a lot of surface connections, maybe, or a lot of casual, what they would see as casual relationships where they have pleasure and they you know, they connect in that way, but they're not able to, for whatever reason, to connect at a deeper level, and this causes them distress, but they can't work out the pattern. They haven't got the emotional intelligence or the awareness to work that pattern out. So that's where I think they are at the moment. So let's have a look and see, you know, how do they actually feel about reconciling with you? What would be their feelings? So Spirit, can you tell me what are their actually thoughts and feelings about reconciling? We kind of know where they're at the moment. So what are their thoughts and feelings about reconciling with pile number 1? What are their thoughts and feelings about reconciling with pile number 1? What are their thoughts and feelings about reconciling with pile number 1? Okay. So what I feel is in this situation, okay, is that, and that's kind of what I felt from the beginning really, is that yes, I think this person would like to reconcile in this situation. I do actually feel that. But what I feel is that they would like to do it all on their terms. So, and I think it sort of connects to what I was saying before. You know, they are not ready, I suppose, to reconcile on that deeper level, which I think maybe is what you would like to happen. That maybe you are thinking, I'd like to reconcile, or I want to reconcile, there's thoughts of me reconciling with this person, but you know, there was something lacking before, and it was a lack of depth. And I think this person, we've got two sides to this person. So this person is very contained on one level in terms of their emotions, their actual true emotions. They're very guarded. They don't feel like they can actually share their emotions, and it's because they are actually quite hurt and they have a lot of baggage, and you know, they've had a lot of difficult times when they were younger. That's what I'm really feeling with this person. They have a lot of difficult times when they were younger, and they learnt from very young that they or their trust was broken from very young, and they were betrayed from very young, and so they protect themselves. They protect themselves emotionally, and it means that they cannot connect on a deeper level, and that's why we have them in the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, because both of these say to me that on the surface level they are very exciting to be around. They're very passionate. They are, you know, they're a lot of fun. They say all the right things. They do all the right things. But there is this protection around their hearts, which is, you know, is not their fault. But that's just, but it means it's difficult for the person who they're in a relationship with to connect with them on a true, deeper level. So you can have all the pleasure, you can have the fun, you can have all, you know, you might have great sex and a great physical situation, and there might be a lot of excitement and all of those things, but there is something stopping them from connecting on a heart level, on a sort of love level, really, even though in this connection I do feel there is you know, there is that soul pull. Actually, I do feel there is like a sort of a, you know, maybe a bit of a twin flame soulmate kind of energy. I mean, a twin flame would be more like a twin flame where there's a lot of push pull kind of going on, where, you know, they might come in, they might go out again, they might come in, they might go out again. It's that kind of thing. You might be stuck in that kind of pattern, and you might yourself in the situation might not have felt that you were able to trust them, that they were really open and honest about themselves. Because for me, this person, because of their makeup, really, they're always looking for a quick fix, really, a quick hit, a quick gratification. That's that sort of energy that I'm picking up with this person, because they're so guarded around their heart, because their heart is something that they just don't want to share or connect in with somebody, because they just, for them, it's just too painful. They can't go there. So that's why we have the King of Swords, and also we have this Four of Cups, and I feel that around, you know, I'm not sure, you know, that I think they want to come toward you, like I say, they definitely want it, and they want it on their terms, and they're not, you know, this person's looking really fed up, aren't they, under a tree. Something's being offered to them, and I think this is your love. I think this is your love, your commitment, your honesty, your authenticity that's being offered to them, but they don't want it. They don't want that, because the Eight of Cups talks about emotions. They don't want that because it's, you know, because they can't do it. They can't connect in like that. What they want is the good times. They want the good times, Wheel of Fortune. They want the good times. They want the highs. They want to have everything going their way, and for it to be positive, and for it to be, you know, they want that fix. I mean, there might have been a little bit for them, a little bit of an addictive quality of the relationship for them. Yeah, that might be for some of you, not for all of you, but I'm sensing for some of you there might have been that kind of you know, addictive element to the situation, where you were hooking up then separating, hooking up then separating, and for them that kind of works. For them that works, I think. And I think if you're in separation mode at the moment, I think the stress and the anxiety is about their past, but it's also about not being able to get that high and that fix that they get when they connect with you. And I think you do give them that. You do give them that very high feeling, that very feeling of intense pleasure. Actually, I think they find you very, very attractive, physically very attractive, very alluring, and they want that. They want that back, very much so. Now, if that's, I'm just going by what I sense, but if that's something that you want, then I do feel that this person does want to reconcile for that kind of connection. But if you want something deeper, then I'm sensing that this person possibly wouldn't be able to provide you with that. So let's just pull one card for some guidance for you, pile number one. So what can we please have just one card for guidance on what pile one should do right now? What should pile one do right now? Just one card. The High Priestess. Perfect. So your advice really in this situation is to listen to your intuition, to maybe stay, if you are thinking, or if there's an offer on the table quite soon and you are thinking about reconciling with this person, you have the answer within you. You know whether you want to be with this person, whether you want to get back with this person or not. Go deep within, listen to that. Listen to that little nagging voice, feeling, whatever it is that's telling you, because your intuition is the guidance from above. It's always trying to guide you to something better. It might not bring you immediate comfort or immediate gratification, but it's always trying to lead you to something better. So what it's saying here is, and I'm also getting the sense of balance. I think if you listen to your intuition, it will bring you to a greater sense of balance in this situation. And the High Priestess is somebody who is goes inward. So it's a sort of an inward card. So maybe there's something about you needing to take more time to be in that period of assessing and retreating and going in and thinking inwardly and following your intuition and your own guidance in this situation, because what Spirit is saying is that you know the answer really yourself, for yourself, about whether you would want to reconcile with this person. For you, that is your guidance. Okay, so pile number one, that has been your reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the notifications bell so that you can be made aware of any readings that I do in the future. Please press the like button, share the video if you think people are going to like it, and leave a comment. It's always good to get a comment. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey pile number two, and welcome to your reading. So just to sort of recap, today's reading is about does your person want to reconcile? Are you going to reconcile? What are their thoughts, feelings, intentions about where they're at the moment, and what their thoughts, feelings, intentions about sort of reconciling with you. So we're going to use the Mermaid deck, and just to say, again, just to sort of reiterate, just take the messages that feel right for you and feel, fine about that, feel at ease with that, and then leave, whatever doesn't resonate with you, and maybe look at one of the other piles or one of my other readings. Okay, so first of all, I've already pre-shuffled some oracle cards, so let's just take a look at those first of all. In this reading. So, first one we've got is fulfillment. Fulfillment. Okay. Then I've also picked up the the little amethyst crystal card, because you also chose, along with the Mermaid deck, the amethyst. So let's put the amethyst there. So you've got the amethyst. Okay. Then I've got some little love message oracle cards. So let's just see what your ones say regarding this whole thing around reconciling. So, one here, I don't know if you can see that. And on the back it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So, you know, maybe you or your person, there's something around in this question about needing to be honest, about needing to be, you know, needing to follow your truth, needing to follow your truth, needing to speak your truth, needing to just own up to that. So maybe there's something around that, and, you know, as a result, maybe feeling more fulfilled or happier within that. Okay, let's have a look and see. This one says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories of that you have shared with those you love. So when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those that you love. So maybe it's around, there's some thoughts and feelings around really working out what's important, what really matters, what speaks to your heart. So maybe there's something around that in the reconciliation, being true to yourself and, you know, doing what really matters with the people that really matter. So maybe there's something around that, and that will make you feel more fulfilled. Now, interestingly, this also has, both of these have a heart centre to them. Heart, both hearts are kind of central to the cards, aren't they? So I feel like there's a real heart connection that was in this relationship, or there's some aching of the heart at the moment in separation. There's some feelings of loneliness, emptiness in the heart maybe, as well as feeling love in the heart for each other. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yeah, so there's a sense of, there's a sadness here. I feel like there's a sadness in this breakdown, in this situation, that both you and the person that you have, you're on separation from, there's a sense of sadness somehow, a burden in the heart that you are feeling inwardly. You know, maybe you're not showing that, or they're not showing that, but it is, you are feeling that inside somehow. So this last one says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So what did I just say? I do feel there is a strong love feeling in this, like a real deep love, but a sadness as well. There's a love and there's a sadness somehow in this connection. Anyway, that's a sadness at being, you know, apart maybe, or maybe there was sadness in the relationship when you were together, but there was both love and sadness. Now, interestingly, the 4 cards that I've got, the relationship cards, all of them have images of just single people being on their own. Okay, so maybe that's significant later on. So this is the Amethyst, like I said. It also connects with star signs of Aquarius and Pisces, so that might, you know, that might have a bearing for you, that might have significance for you. Okay, so Amethyst is about promoting peace and tranquility between your emotional, physical and spiritual planes, creating harmony inside and out. So from all of this, I'm just feeling that there is, you know, there is some, you know, there's some healing needed at the moment, maybe for you and for them. Both of you are feeling, you know, sad about this split, maybe needing to do some healing, but maybe it's necessary at this time. So maybe there's something about it being necessary at this time for you to feel more fulfilled. But anyway, let's take the tarot and see. I'll just move these over a little bit like that and see So where is your person at right now, number 2? So Spirit, can you please tell me, or can you please give me some guidance? May I please ask, where is person number 2's person now? You know, how are they now? What's going on for them? Do they have any regrets? Where is person number 2 right now? I like those two. Please can you give me some guidance on where person number 2 is right now? Where person number 2's person is right now? What's going on for them? How do they feel? Okay, so at the moment, I feel that there is, for them, I feel like emotionally, at the moment, there are kind of new beginnings for them. So we've got the Knight of Cups next to the Ace of Wands. So for me, it feels like for them, where they're at the moment, that they might have started something new with somebody else. There might be a new relationship that has come about for them at this time. Something that, you know, has kind of sparked up really for them. And that they feel in some ways that there is potential for slow and steady growth in that situation for them. Now, I would say it feels like it's very much this situation for them in the kind of infancy stages, really, the kind of beginning stages, because it feels like a new, for them at the moment, they're in kind of like a new cycle, a new phase, a new start of something that they feel that they feel comfortable in, that they feel good in. But in this one here, in the Knight of Cups, I sort of feel that they're looking, I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting the sense that they are looking still back to the past. They are looking in the cup, trying to look deep within the cup. So it feels to me like they're still thinking, certainly, about the situation with you, the past relationship. So as well as starting something else, because I think, or what I'm feeling is that past relationship with you maybe gave them something emotionally, on an emotional level, that the current situation at the moment doesn't provide. But it feels like somehow with the Six of Swords, it feels like it's sort of maybe calmer and better for them at the moment. So I think that's what I was saying before, you know, when I saw the four romantic, the four kind of oracle cards, it was all very much people on their own. And that's probably why I was saying, you know, there's a sense of maybe at the moment feeling more fulfilled for both of you, maybe on your own. That somehow, because we've got the Six of Swords here, it's kind of the timing for that now, for you to kind of move on to something calmer, something, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like something more stable, more solid, more concrete somehow. But for them at the moment, and whilst that might be going on for them, there is this harking back, looking back still, somehow to the past. It's sort of like a heart longing. It's like a longing. It's like this person is completely transfixed. They are longing. And also water, it's about emotions, isn't it? It's looking in. you know, it's like they know what they've got to do on some level, but they're still looking in, they're still looking back, they're still wondering, really. So I do think that they are currently thinking. There is that heart connection, certainly. You know, there's definitely that heart connection. There's definitely something that you shared, something special with them. They know that you both shared something special. There was a very strong feeling and connection between the two of you, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe, you know, the relationship was difficult, maybe there was sadness, maybe there was problems in it. I'm just getting the sense at the moment they feel a bit more balanced and are moving away and into calmer waters. That for some of them there may be a connection to a new relationship that is giving them that sense, really. Because the amethyst, yeah, like I said, it's about, you know, connecting to peace and calm. So maybe they're feeling that they, in this new connection, it will bring them more peace and calm and stability, but they still have this longing, this love for you, really. So that's, I think, where they are at the moment. Also, cups, so it can be, you know, water signs might be important for you here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I don't know if those have any significance for you. Yeah. So anyway, so that's where I think they're at the moment. So at the moment, they are, you know, they are thinking about you. They do still have that connection, that love feeling, but I think they're kind of moving away. They feel like they want to move away at the moment. Anyway, so let's just see anyway. Let's see what comes up in terms of how they actually feel about the reconciliation. So how do they actually feel about the reconciliation? How does pile number two's person, how would they feel if they reconciled? How would they feel if pile number two, if they reconcile with pile number two? How would they feel if they reconciled with pile number two? How would they feel if they reconciled with pile number two? How would they feel if they reconciled with pile number two? How would they feel? How would they feel if they reconciled with pile number two? Can you please tell me how they feel if they reconciled with pile number two? How would they actually feel? Okay, yeah. So what I'm sensing here is that we have the moon, we have the sun, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Swords. So what I'm getting here from this really is that with the Sun card, a bit like what I was saying with the Knight of Cups, you know, there is, you know, on many levels, especially on a heart level, on a love level, you know, you are their sunshine. You do bring them lots of sunshine. There's a lot of there's a lot of happiness associated with some of the memories that you have and what you've shared. Yeah, I do feel that, you know, this going back, looking in to the good times, looking into, you know, how that situation made you feel when it was going really right. And I do sense that there would be some of that in them when they think about reconciling with you. But what I also feel is that we have the moon, the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. So for me, it feels like for them, I don't know if there was some sort of betrayal, some kind of interference maybe in this connection as to why it split up. Some kind of betrayal, some kind of negativity. Maybe you split in a difficult way. Maybe there was some heartache there, because the 5 of Swords talks a little bit about that sort of betrayal, negative energy, that kind of thing. And also the 8 of Swords is worry, stress, fear. So I think for them, the thought of getting back with you brings them a lot of stress and worry and tension on a sort of everyday level. I think they have a lot of love for you and a lot of feelings for you, but maybe in the sense of how the relationship worked on an everyday level, on that kind of how you were together. I think the thought of that, the memory of that, makes them feel stressed, and that might have reasons to why at the moment they feel they're moving into calmer waters, because maybe the situation was difficult for them or difficult for you, or not that there wasn't feeling there, but it was somehow difficult to manage the situation between you, and it's that would cause them stress and worry about going back into that situation, really. We also have the moon, so maybe there was something, I think maybe there was some deception, maybe there was some lies, maybe again there was some betrayal, things weren't open, things weren't clear, there was, like I say, there was confusion. So for me, their feelings about how they feel about reconciling is, yes, they have this core feeling of happiness as when they think about that, and when they think about you, and of love. But in terms of the practicalities of getting together and reconciling, I think at the moment they are feeling that they need to be going on their path that they're on at the moment, because it will bring them into calmer waters. It will somehow make them feel more solid and secure and stable. It might not, like I said, have that spark that you have with them or for them. That spark, that connection, that sort of deep inner longing and love. But somehow I just get the feeling that your person feels like they need to be more on an even keel. And at the moment, the sort of trajectory that they're on, the route, the path that they're on, is to move away from the relationship onto something else, rather than to reconcile and come back, even though there is a deep heart connection there for them still, a deep love. Okay, number 2, that has been your reading. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications bell so you can be alerted to any of my other readings that I upload. Press the like button, leave a comment. Everything is really, really appreciated. But anyway, have a great day, and I hope to see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome back to your reading. So you chose the Witch's Tarot and the Rose Quartz crystal. I'm just going to put that there. And in today's reading, we're looking at, does your person want to reconcile? What are their current thoughts and feelings? What's the intention? Do we think, are they going to reconcile? What's going to happen? So we're going to be doing the tarot in a minute, but first of all, just pre-shuffled and meditated on some oracle cards for this question and your situation. So let's have a look at those first and see what they say. So the first one is security. So I don't know if you can see that. So it's a cave there with a little fire. Okay, so we've got security. Now then I've got some oracle cards, just some messages. Now for your pile, I think I did 4 for the other 2, but for yours 5 came out, so I just thought, well, I'll just include them all because they've come out. So let's put that right over there. Yeah, so the first one says, deep in your heart you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So that's a strong message there, pile number 3. So obviously it's about saying, really be guided now by your intuition, your heart, what you know to be true. That's the kind of thing I think that's what that one's saying. Also, with this security card, this is really saying, you are protected. You are protected by spirit. You are protected. As long as you take care of all the practical stuff, you are protected by something higher. Try not to feel too stressed and anxious and worried if you've been feeling that, because I sense that you might have been feeling that right now. There might be a lot of anxiety about, you know, being in separation with this person or around this situation. But this card is saying, you know, you're protected, you're being looked after, you're being guided. You have everything you need in that respect. You know, on a sort of spiritual level. So try not to be too, or try to know that really, and it goes well with this one, doesn't it? You know, to try to trust that you're being guided, trust your intuition, trust yourself. Okay, so let's have a look at the others. This one is about reflection. This is reflection. Okay, I don't know if you can. So reflection, and it has a butterfly on it. There's lots of butterflies on this, isn't there? So there's butterflies here, butterflies there. So maybe it's around transformation, accepting that it's a time of change and transformation. So this one says, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So once again, there seems to be this theme of, you know, trusting that you know, that the sort of divine guidance or divine timing, or that things are working out for the best in terms of your spiritual evolution and growth and development. Yeah. So again, if you're feeling a bit rattled and a bit you know, all over the place and stressed and a bit kind of, you know, your emotions and thoughts are racing, I think the cards are also saying, you know, try to maybe do things to quieten the mind, to relax yourself, maybe go out for a walk in nature, maybe connect to nature, maybe, you know, if you've got meditation practice, maybe meditate, maybe connecting with spirit, you know, maybe listen to some beautiful music, or, you know, if you're an arts and craft person, so just do something that kind of takes yourself out of the worry and the stress that you might be feeling around this. Okay. Oh, secret admirer. So, secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than you are letting on. So maybe in this situation, either the person that we're speaking about is checking you out, is secretly checking you out, is still admiring you from afar, or it's someone new. It's something new coming in for you. That's what that card could say. This one is, okay, so this says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So yeah, maybe there was some issue in this situation, maybe that's why it split up. That there was, you know, that there was not enough space given to the two of you, or there was not enough, or maybe it was a bit intense, or a bit too close, or a bit, yeah, maybe it was a bit too intense for you or your person, and you know, they needed to, or you needed to get some space from the situation. So this says surrender. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So that fits in again, doesn't it, with around knowing that you are guided, trusting yourself, knowing that things will work out in the right way for you and for your path and your evolution. You know that that is going to happen for you in terms of whatever happens in this situation. Okay, so and I also got your this card, which was the rose quartz crystal, because you chose the rose quartz as well as the Witch's Tarot. Now this also is connected to the star signs of Taurus and Libra. I don't know if that means anything to you. And it's about love, nurture and romance. So again, there's this connection of maybe new romance coming in some way for you, or possibly maybe it is a renewal of the current situation. But anyway, I'm feeling at this point but I might be wrong. Let's see what the tarot cards say. Let's see what the tarot cards say anyway. Let's put that there. Well, let's see if we can put that. I can put that. Maybe put that there. Can you see that there? Yeah, maybe put that there. Okay, so let's ask. Okay, so can you please tell us what is, where is Partner 3's current person right now in terms of how they're feeling, how they're thinking, do they have any regrets? Where is Partner 3's person right now in terms of how they're thinking and how they're feeling at this point in time about the split, about the situation? So we've got okay, so right, to be honest, what I have in this situation straight away is they are, what I feel is that they're in two minds at the moment, or they're in two, where they are in terms of, how they feel about the split and all the rest of it, and their current situation is they're in two minds really. So I think on one level they are happy in their current situation, or maybe happy in the situation that they're in, because they feel that it brings them a chance for new beginnings, to start something new, to be in something new, and that somehow is going to make them feel more positive in some way. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling about them at the moment. They have this kind of feeling of being more positive as a result of being away from the situation. Now, I've done this again, and I'm really sorry, Partner 3, but I'm going to have to quickly run up and get my battery. I did it in the previous video, if you watched that. I'm just going to quickly go and get my battery, and then I'll be right back. Just do bear with me. I'm so sorry about this. Do bear with me. So sorry about that. Bear with me, I'll be right with you. Oh dear. I must remember to make this. Oh, that's better. So, sorry about that. Yeah, so as I was saying, I feel like, I don't know if I showed you the cards, sorry. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Sun card. Those are the first two. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the King of Swords, yeah? So what I feel is that right now, as I said before, I feel there is a sense for them of feeling that the, not being in the relationship was the right decision in some way, because it means that they feel that they can start afresh, start anew, begin something else, yeah, and that somehow that on some level for them will make them feel happier, yeah. Yeah, make them feel that they can start something new, because I do feel with all of these oracle cards there was quite a lot of messages about trusting your intuition, knowing that something better is coming along for you, knowing that something new is coming along for you. I mean, the Rose Quartz is about new love, so I feel like on one level that's how they're feeling at the moment, but on the other level I think it is, they are struggling a little bit as well, because we have this Two of Pentacles. There is this, have I done, on another level, it's have I done the right decision? Have I made the right decision here to let this relationship go, or to move away from this relationship, or this relationship being in separation? Is that, is that right for me? Is that, so there is a lot of deliberation going on, a lot of balancing and a lot of juggling around whether it's the right, a lot of choice. They feel, it's about choice. Have they made the right choice? Because I think it has meant that they have had to somehow shut down their feelings. So I think that, the separation or moving away from the relationship has hurt them. I think it has hurt them. It was painful for them. Their feelings, they are in sort of protection mode around their feelings, and yeah, that's difficult for them. It's a difficult, they are wondering about whether they, whether the relationship, whether it was the right choice to leave the relationship, because it has hurt their feelings. They are upset by it, or maybe in the relationship they felt as well that their feelings were hurt in some way. Maybe there was something about that, and that's why for them it's better to be in separation mode. But there's something about them wondering, deliberating about it still, even though on one level they feel it's better for them, it's a new beginning. There's still this kind of baggage around it, so they haven't forgotten it. It's still something that they're thinking about. Have I made the right decision? Have I been too harsh? So maybe it's something about them saying, have I been too harsh? Have I come out of it too quickly? Have I, do I need to give it more thought? Do I need to think about it better? Do I need to be clearer about it in my mind? Did I give it the foot? Did I give it my all? Did I put everything into it? So there might be lots of doubts and stuff that they are also feeling about the situation, and maybe some regrets about that, and that is causing them to feel sort of imbalanced in some way, and wondering about whether they've made the right choice on one level. But on the other level, they're thinking, well, actually, this could lead to something better for me. This might make me feel happier. So for me, it feels like they're in two minds really at the moment about whether they would want to, about the whole situation. That they're feeling like it's positive, but on the other hand, they're feeling about, they're feeling like, well, not sure if I made the right choice, not sure if they're feeling hurt as well. They're feeling like they've got to protect their feelings. So there's a lot of stuff going on that's kind of contradictory. It feels like they're a bit in two minds. Maybe there's a bit of confusion really. Okay, so that's kind of where they are at the moment. So let's see what, let's have a look and see how would they actually feel about reconciling with pile number 3. So how would pile number 3's person feel right now about reconciling with pile number 3? How would pile number 3's person right now feel about reconciling? How would pile number 3's person right now feel about reconciling? How would pile number 3's person think and feel about reconciling right now? How would pile number 3's... Oh, there we go. Okay, so... Okay. Right. Okay, so for you have the 7 of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the 9 of Cups, and you have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I feel, even though there is this I think it's probably why I said before they're in sort of two minds, so it's kind of like a bit like a sort of 50-50 in terms of where they are right now. But in terms of reconciling with you, it seems to be, again, this kind of 50-50, you know, how they feel, what they would want to do about reconciling, because they see it as a bit of a challenge. I think they're viewing it as a bit of a challenge. It would be challenging on some level to start something up with you again, but it feels to me like they feel the challenges are something that could be overcome in some way. So because the Seven of Wands talks about challenges, but having the upper hand. So I feel in some ways they feel like it would be a challenge, yeah, and I think that that's connected maybe to I've got this sort of feeling that that's connected to something around you, or that them feeling that somehow you want more of an emotional connection, more of an emotional feeling connection than maybe they could offer, because he is the King of Swords here, which is somebody who's, you know, very you know, a very intelligent, bright, funny, clear thinker, very much a boss, but they're not very emotional. I think you are. I think for them, they feel the challenges might come from the fact that maybe you want more of an emotional commitment, maybe, or more of an emotional connection, and that would be difficult. That would be difficult for them, and that's probably why at the moment it's connected to them feeling, well, actually I'm probably better off not being in this connection. Yeah, I think that's probably why, because they feel it will be challenging to go back and reconcile with you, because you want something emotional from them. You want something that they don't feel they can give, something, maybe some commitment, something on a deeper level, because you are naturally like that, and you want more emotional commitment, a greater demonstration of love, and a greater sharing of feelings, and a bit more romance, and a bit more of that in the relationship. And I think that's what they find challenging, or that's what they find challenging about you know, about the actual reconciliation. And that's why at the moment they feel that they want to be, that it's better for them to be on their own. But Nine of Cups is you know, wish fulfillment in many ways. You know, they see you as a wish fulfillment. They see as you, in terms of the connection, they feel on one level, you know, they feel it's a wish fulfillment, and then they feel that, you know, they could have a really happy, great life with you. And that's the doubt part at the moment of where they are at the moment. That's kind of why they're doubting it, why they're weighing it up, whether have I made the right choice, you know, because, you know, it's kind of hurting me. You know, it's hurting me because I know I could probably have this great connection and this great relationship and this deep, loving relationship with this person. You know, I feel like I could get it. We could have the kids, we could have the family, we could have all that, but for some reason having all that is also a challenge for them. So it seems to me that I think your person might be a little bit confusing for you, or they give mixed messages, or they're not sure, they're sort of up and down all the time. They you know, I do feel that they care about you, but they've kind of got this push-pull where they, you know, they can never sort of make up their mind. That's what I'm feeling. They can never kind of make up their mind, and that's where they are at the moment, and that's where they are with the reconciliation. They're not really sure. They're sort of, oh, should I, shouldn't I, all the time, and so it's coming over as a sort of confused energy. really. That's kind of what I'm sensing. They kind of know that they could have a really good relationship with you, that in many ways it will be a wish fulfillment, but in order to have that, they know they've got to connect with you on a deeper level, and that's a challenge for them. So at the moment they're feeling, well, yeah, I was probably better off, I've probably got more opportunities, and I could probably be happier on one level if I'm on my own, but I've still got this nagging feeling about, you know, oh, have I made the right choice? I'm feeling, you know, unhappy and hurt from the situation. You know, there's that kind of going on. So I feel on one level they'd like to reconcile, but on another level they're pulling away from that, and that is the energy all through the reading, a sort of push-pull. So maybe we go back to, and that's probably why you are feeling stressed, because you're probably getting mixed messages. You know, maybe sometimes they text you to reconcile and then they pull back. Maybe sometimes they phone you and then they pull back. You know, because they're in this sort of energy of not one foot in, one foot out all the time, really. And I think that's why all of these cards are saying that, yeah, this secret admirer makes a lot of sense, because, you know, they do secretly still care for you, still love you, even though they probably don't, you know, you're not sure about that because you've got all this mixed energy going on. But also, you know, it's about, when it says reflection, give each other some space. I just feel like at the moment it's probably better that the two of you are in separation, because if you were to get together, it would be this kind of very, you know, because they're confused, I think the relationship would be confused, and confused for you, really. And I think this card surrender, when I pick up this card surrender, it's about me, it's about you sort of knowing, really, or realising that this situation at the moment is not going to give you the security or the stability that you want at this time, because they're sort of too backwards and forwards, really. So anyway, let's just see what, you know, has Spirit got any guidance? Is there any guidance for pile number 3, what they should do right now? Is there any guidance? Can I have one card that tells me what guidance there is for pile number 3 right now? What guidance can we give them? What guidance can we offer for number 3 right now about their situation? What is it? 6 of Swords. That's uncanny. So the 6 of Swords is saying, really, to move away onto something calmer, something better for you. So I think that the guidance there is that it's time, as I said before, I do feel it's better at the moment for you to be in separation mode, because I think all this backwards and forward energy is stressful. It's giving you mixed messages, you don't know where you are, and so this Spirit is saying move on, move forward into something calmer. And maybe there's a secret admirer for you, maybe there's somebody out there that you're not fully aware of, something new that is out there for you, that you need to be moving on towards something better. Okay, pile number 3, that has been your reading. I do hope you have enjoyed it. If you had, please do hit the subscribe button. Please do hit the notifications bell so you can be alerted to any readings I do in the future. Hit the like button. Share my video. Please do share my video if you think other people will like it, and leave a comment. It's always great to get comments. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.